Okay, here we are, the final episode of Season 3 of your Homebrews. Frankly, it turned out to be a bit shorter than I expected, but still very entertaining, with a lot of cool ideas that I will most likely implement in the Star Wars X Warhammer 40k story. And for the ending of the season, we shall have one character homebrew and one honorable mention. With the first homebrew coming from Heimgri, Theo Kelshan Miyan Gorokha, member of the Earthcast, Unforeseen Death Hail. Born on Kelshan, she is quite friendly by standards of the Sept. That is, she will actually interact with people rather than just ignore them. Additionally, unlike most of her Sept siblings, she isn't hostile to non-Tau. In fact, she expressed open curiosity about them and their technology. She is especially interested in the Krut, Greed, Nagi, and Nikasar. Something that frustrates her to no end is psi-powered weaponry. She finds the arcane nature of those tools and the psychic powers themselves irritating. The Tau's bluntness to the warp is for her a constant source of frustration, as despite her best efforts, those powers are beyond her or any other Tau. And while most Tau would accept this limitation and move on, Mayan developed something of an obsession regarding psychic powers and seeks a way to unlock her own psychic potential, deaf to all arguments and proof that the Tau are simply a non-psychic species. This included, but wasn't limited to, use of narcotics, some of which allow humans to use psychic powers, known as spook or ghost hull, as well as other illegal substances. Consumption of these drugs didn't unlock any psychic potential, but did make this Earthcast go somewhat insane. Additionally, injection of the strange drugs caused her skin to turn dark purple and her head grew unnaturally in size, while she lost all of her hair. The head grew to such extent that her new hat needs a miniature anti-grav engine to allow her to walk straight at all. Because of it, she was sent to far outpost of the Commonwealth, while her superiors were considering punishing her with the exile, and most definitely with stripping her of the high rank of Theo. As, while her old research was appreciated, her obsession made her a problem for the fellow Earthcast. The judgment was postponed because of her contributions to understanding many alien technologies, work at archaeological sites, and her theories regarding Eldar technology and Wraithbone. It was the proposition of the ethereal that led to her departure for the outskirts of the Empire, where they hoped isolation, meditation and assistance of the Watercast therapists would allow her to return to sanity. Luck, or lack of it, made it so that she was caught during the Great Displacement, and she ended up drifting in an escape pod on the border of a known space, only to be captured by pirates who are currently keeping her as a slave. For some reason, she has a relationship with a fusion torch, speaking to it and being convinced it speaks back to her. The pirates are keeping her both for entertainment and her skill as an Earthcast. Now, that's a fun character. I didn't include everything that was in the homebrew, as Heimgri wrote several mini-stories and scenes with the characters, exploring her past, but I think I kept the core of the character intact. A psychic power-obsessed Tau that went mad and is currently lost, somewhere in the Outer Rim, working for pirates, while continuously drowning in her own delusions and desire to unlock the potential that doesn't exist. A tragic character, no doubt about it, but that's 40k for you. Alright, now for honorable mention comes from a homebrew created by Sar Ek. A creation that I, by the rules I imposed upon myself, can't utilize in my story, as he decided to share an idea of a Chaos Marine warband, one of the Perturabos spawns, the Iron Dragoons, the 14th Grand Siege Company. Their creed is: from iron cometh strength, from strength cometh will, from will cometh faith, from faith cometh honor, from honor cometh iron. This is the unbreakable litany, and may it forever be so. Stationed in the Halo Stars, they operate as Raider Force, striking at nearby Imperial worlds before retreating back into the vastness of Halo Stars and hiding there from Imperial retaliation. They are a powerful warband, counting not only 2,000 Marines, but allied Chaos Titans and Knights, not to mention countless Traitor Guard and Mutant forces. With their impressive firepower and Warsmith's legacy, they are capable of maintaining those machines of war and, interestingly enough, turn more renegades to their cause. Their leader is Warpsmith Lanias, who is a veteran of not just the Long War, but the Great Crusade itself. He and his warband would travel through the galaxy every few centuries, bring destruction and terror to the servants of the Imperium, finally getting caught in a warp storm that only spat them out after 3 millennia, after the opening of a great rift. Since then, Lanias and his warband slowly rebuild their power by decimating Imperial loyalists. His warband is split into 6 companies. First, personally led by Lanias, and predictably made out of the elites of a warband. Second company is made out of dreadnoughts and siege specialists. Those are the line breakers who punch holes in enemy defenses for the rest of the warband to charge through. Third company is Assault Company, equipped with jetpacks and more than that, responsible for command and maintenance of air assets of a warband. Fourth company is a tank company, the Armored Fist. Fifth company, Raptors. Taking lessons from Night Lords, with whom he served, Lanias created a dedicated terror company solely dedicated to disruption of communication, command and control of enemy troops, as well as breaking of the morale through terror. Sixth company is the newest, created after their escape from the warp as the Great Rift opened. A good deal of his warriors went mad, becoming bloodthirsty servants of a blood god. And while he finds them distasteful, he seeks their use. As such, warriors of the 6th Company are cryo-freezed and unleashed in the first wave of attack alongside slaves, to test enemy defenses and allow true warriors to spot weakness in the defense line. Lanias is hopeful that soon enough the 6th Company will be wiped out and the stain of Khorne washed away from his warband. Finally, there is Super Heavy Division, made out of allied knights and titans, with a small escort of unofficial 7th Company. They are the most prized assets of the warband and used surprisingly sparingly, as Lanius knows the deployment of knights and titans usually causes the Imperium to deploy their own. And as much as it pains him to admit it, his warband lacks the firepower to challenge a Knight House or even a strike team of a loyalist Imperial Legio. A very neat homebrew, though sadly I won't be using anything from it. As it was already stated, repeatedly, there will be no Marines in Star Wars X Warhammer 40k story, and that includes Chaos Marines. Still, I think it was a nice honorable mention and a neat finish to Season 3 of your Homebrews. I hope you enjoyed the creations of your fellow fans, and predictably, you should expect that Season 4, once again, will be connected to the ongoing Star Wars X Warhammer 40k story. But all in good time. I will announce Season 4 when the time is right, and you will have more than enough time to decide what homebrew to share with us all. I send my deepest thanks to all who decided to take part in Season 3, and apologize to all whose creations didn't make it into the series for one reason or another. Better luck next time. I tip my thanks to the highest tier supporters on Patreon: Michael Pelson, Josh Travis, Cell, Psab, Rizda9, Xeragusta, Boromir117, and Heimko. As well as all those who support me through Patreon, Ko-fi, merch store, or simply by subscribing, liking, and commenting under my videos. You are all truly wonderful. Thank you, and as always, stay tuned and stay safe out there.